When do you think is our okay, wait, because we're about to reach 200 episodes.
Yes.
We still haven't done a full Spanish episode. Our musical episode.
We have done some sort of music episode.
Our ASMR episode. Our mukbang episode.
Oh, God.
Which is funny because we always eat while the camera's off, but in the same spot.
Mm-hmm. Spanish episode would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I don't feel super confident in my Spanish. I would be so embarrassed if I said a word completely wrong. Like, I'm just scared that I'm going to say something and then the comments will be like, huh?
I don't know.
That's not how you use that word, actually.
I feel like these past 4 years, my Spanish has become...
Spanishing?
I mean, I don't want to I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's kind of excelente.
Excellent.
I know, it's just like super, super hard accent.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should try it. But what would it look like? Would we do a book?
Our April Fool's episode, and we just pretend we've always spoken Spanish.
There would be a lot of cuts.
I know, there really would.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited for that then.
We need to change our name though.
To what? El Book Fix.
El Book Fix?
La Book Fix.
No.
El Book Fix.
El libro.
El libro arreglado.
Roto. Oh, el libro quebrado. No, that's broken.
No, fix is arreglar.
I knew that, but I don't know. Arreglar doesn't sound...
Arreglando los libros. El podcast. El podcast.
Okay. But do you feel like that? I don't know. That doesn't really sound that interesting to me.
Arreglando vidas. Un libro a la vez.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wait, Duolingo. Oh my God. That's from birth.
That's from the heart. And you're also wearing green, so Duolingo.
Oh
this is not sponsored by Duolingo.
I know, for real. That bird's watching me out there I'm trying to take my job.
I know.
Well, first of all, happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
And happy halfway point for our podcast.
Oh my God, we've made it so far.
It's crazy, actually.
I know.
It kind of scares me to think about.
Me too.
Because we're about to reach our 200 episode mark. I believe this one's going to be episode 191. But if I'm wrong, no, I'm not. I'm going to delete an episode to make it work.
You're going to add on an episode somehow.
I think it's crazy because what year did we start?
I don't know.
1985.
Oh, 85. Okay.
I don't remember. Take a guess, because it was May 21st, I think, because it's our anniversary.
I think it was May 2021.
Our first episode released May 25th, 2021.
Hell yeah.
Here we are. So what is that? 3 years?
I think so. You're the mathematician between us, so I would believe anything you told me. If you said 10 years, I'd be like, damn.
So we structured our episodes not the way we wanted to at the beginning of this podcast, but what we're trying to do now is we're trying to do for January all the way till June, and then do our tier lists, and then from June all the way to December, and then do our tier list.
Yeah.
Because our tier list last time was miles long.
Well, I feel like this time it's longer.
No, there was one where we had 52.
Really?
Yeah. But this one we have 31 books that we've read since January.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
Well, when we do our end of the year recap, how is that going to work?
I have no idea.
Me neither. Let's not think about it. I'm already stressed.
Maybe we should have our top
our top book in this tier, and then see if it beats the top
other one. Oh, that's hilarious.
Not this year. What am I saying? This midway point, I mean.
For the midway point and for the end of the year.
Yeah, thank you.
I fucking love that shit.
I knew you would understand me.
But do you think, looking back in time and looking at the books that we've read, can fix your life?
Yes, and I'm so excited. I love doing tier lists.
Me too. Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time. I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
And I'm going to share my screen. So we are going to be doing our
Season 5
tier list of the Book Fix. Dude, it was funny because I was going to look up, because when we make these tier lists, I typically look up our podcast on Spotify, and then I go through our episodes. And tell me why I looked for our podcast and I was like, it's not coming up. And I was freaking out because I was like, is it not coming up for others? Dude, I was fucking looking up story and things. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my God.
I had like a moment.
Yeah.
I remember story and things. Damn.
That one has been dead for a while now, but
I still have the original cover, like the one that we would use for everything.
I think I do too.
It's crazy.
It's like somewhere in my laptop.
Oh, don't forget her though.
I know.
Don't forget her. She was beautiful.
That was when we were more ambitious and wanted to integrate like shows and movies and anime. Remember we wanted to do anime?
Dude.
But
it's nice, but it's a lot. And I think it's nice that we focus on just reading.
Yeah.
So
that's what we prefer doing anyway. So
that being said, why don't we get started? Because it's going to take fucking forever.
Okay, please explain. What is a tier list?
So a tier list, we are going to be ranking the books we've read from January to June from the top tier all the way to the bottom tier. So from the very top, this is a book that completely devoured. She left no crumbs. So fucking good. Changed my life. Completely full.
So flawless, right?
Yep.
Basically.
For the one below that, it is 8 and delivered, meaning she was good. I liked her. She didn't devour,
but she was really good.
She was really good. The midway is didn't cook. Like, yeah, I might have eaten it, but it was raw. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to be that guy. Yeah. So I didn't say anything.
So in a way, you kind of like you enjoyed it enough. Not to put it at the bottom tier.
Like, I like spaghetti. I'm glad you made spaghetti, but you did not cook the noodles at all.
Damn.
They were just hard as rock.
But don't you like crunchy noodles?
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't? The second to last is she didn't eat, but she existed. And that's what matters. Because you know what? Oatmeal cookies are there. I'm not going to eat them.
Wait, that sounds so like... That seems so... I don't know.
Is it mean?
No. I don't think it's mean enough.
Okay. I feel like she didn't eat, but she existed is kind of like, yeah, we read it and we might have felt a certain way about it, but it didn't do what it meant to do.
Or what it should have done.
Yes.
Okay.
And the last one is please free me of her. Your mom just keeps cooking this meal and you're tired of it. Mom, I don't want fish anymore. Sorry, that was
like, it's like it's like that one book. It happened one summer where she kept feeding him the same spaghetti.
Oh my God.
Over and over and over again. And
is that
it's
one
like,
on here?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
It's that one.
Wait, oh my gosh, already making references. Okay, so I don't think these are in order.
They're not in order, but it's...
Should we do them in order? I don't mind doing it right now. Hold on. Oh my gosh, my 2 brain cells right now are like on overdrive. Our first one, I think, was The Wicked King.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with our first book, which is The Wicked King by Holly Black. And we all know that's with my boy Carden.
You are so obsessed with Carden, which is so funny to me because when we talked about this book specifically, because this book out of the 3 I enjoyed the most, and I was like excited and more into it, and you were just like so
kind of
bored.
Yeah. So tell me about it. Tell me a little bit.
God, okay. So this basically follows our main character Jude, who is a human who is trying to survive in a fairy world. And she is like kind of like the right hand person to King Carden, but she is manipulating him the whole time because I forgot what she did, but she basically has power over him now.
Yeah.
And in this second book, we're basically following how she wants to get what she wants out of like the political power, I guess. I don't know. Without giving too much spoilers, but yeah.
No, give me the spoilers.
No, we don't give spoilers here.
Hello?
Well, for a tier list.
Who are we?
For tier list.
I just want to say that this book did not spark joy in me. And although I'm here for my boy Carden, I don't think I was a fan of this book. I don't know. Because have you ever seen the people that post like people who don't like Cruel Prince? It's because you're expecting a romance and it's not. It's like there's so much more to it. And I'm like, okay, but where's the rest? You said there was so much more. I didn't get anything.
I feel like this one was more interesting though, because we got to see her trying to, I guess, obtain power because she really wants her little brother to become the king.
Yes.
In the future, once
His
he's old.
name is Oak.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I remembered it. But overall,
but just I'm just saying like things that she went through.
Yeah.
And then even the ending. The ending had me hooked.
Yeah, me too, actually. I really like the ending of that one. But that being said,
I would put it in didn't cook. Just a middle.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I feel like she existed. I think she existed just fine. Because
she didn't eat, but she existed?
Yeah, where it's like, it happened.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna, because putting it in the middle means that, like, I might recommend it to someone because it didn't cook, but I mean, I like spaghetti. So, like.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Okay.
That being said, why is the next book of that series?
So, just again, she didn't eat, but she existed?
Yes.
Is like the second to last.
Yes.
Okay. Just for the people who aren't watching this.
That being said, why is The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black a god tier?
No,
why
it's
did
not.
She completely devour?
No, it's not.
Can I talk about it?
This book was bad.
So this book basically, again, follows Jude, and because of circumstances of the other book. Well, first it follows Jude. Because of circumstances of the other book, she's in a situation where she no longer is Cardin's right-hand person. But there's so much shit going down in like the magical world. She's like, I need to find a way back there. And honestly, I don't remember what happens, but vibes alone. Vibes alone.
You know the meme where it's like just two bitches being like, exactly. You don't remember what happens in this book, which means you didn't.
I just remember the vibes. You know what's funny? I was not a big fan of this one until I figured out that Cardin's letters were online. Do you remember that?
Oh my god!
And I read them.
So when we talked about this series, Cheli and I always mentioned that it's so weird that we never got to see a glimpse of Cardin's letters to Jude, because there was a moment when they were separated and he was like, didn't you get my letters?
And she was like, what letters? He's like, I've been writing you every single day. And it's kind of like, okay, whatever. And it was dismissed. And I thought we were going to see them in the book, but it turns out that they were released online, and I read them and I was like, why am I a stan of all three of these books? They're amazing. That being said,
no.
Why did you dislike it?
I just felt like nothing happened. The Queen of Nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. And I thought the ending was so stupid.
I could even argue though,
where something happened to him that I thought didn't make any sense.
Oh, I'm sorry, you said nothing happened and all of a sudden something happened.
No, but like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it did.
Explain it to me.
Explain it. Reborn.
He literally wasn't.
I think that this trilogy is literally that one meme that's like, yes, give us nothing, queen. And she did.
She really gave us
and
nothing.
I'm kind of here for it.
You're so confusing.
She gave me a raspado, but she put no flavor in it.
Raspados are so good. Oh, raspados with no flavor is still good though.
Yeah.
It's just ice.
That being said, God tier.
No.
I think I'm okay with putting it at she didn't eat, but she existed. Because I'll still think.
That's not that good.
Do you want to be free of her?
Yeah.
I'm sad.
We can leave it there though, because you know what?
Sometimes you compromise.
Yeah. Sometimes. Not always though.
Okay, that being said.
When the cameras are off, we're just,
we're just fighting.
Wrestling each other.
Our next book is a favorite of both of ours, Verity by Colleen Hoover, which honestly, no jokes right now. The jokes are off. Hold on.
When are the jokes ever off?
This is the only Colleen Hoover book that I like actually enjoyed.
Yeah.
That's it. Jokes are back on.
That was so stressful. That was so serious for no fucking reason. You can't just.
That was so scary. I never want to do that again. Don't let me go in there again. In the deep end.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It just.
Verity is just that bitch.
It really is that bitch. And out of all the Colleen Hoover, out of all the Coho books to get a movie, why didn't Verity?
Maybe it will.
Don't say that. Don't give her a second one.
Are they gonna fuck it up or what?
I just feel like the only one who can do this movie justice is me. So
let me just give a quick summary of Verity. Verity has to do with a writer who gets offered a major like deal to complete another author's series.
Yes.
But she has to go through like all of her manuscripts, and they're in her work office, whatever, in her home office, I mean. And she's at this like really nice house going through all of the manuscripts when she stumbles upon what looks to be like an autobiographical manuscript. Yes. And things kind of just hit the fan from there.
I thought that this book was written so well. Mm-hmm. But I still, what I didn't enjoy about this book was the fact that with the ending, Colleen Hoover wrote more.
Yeah.
And it just, I hate the open endingness of this one.
I feel like the only reason there was a continuation to how Verity ended, because I feel like it should have just ended that way. And I agree with you. I don't like how open-ended it is either. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the only reason she added like another extra layer is because it didn't really make sense. Like the plot twist of it all, I guess.
Yeah.
So she wanted to be like, well, let me stump them a little bit more. That's what I'm guessing.
Little did she know she was stumping herself.
I'm just stumped.
I'm going to say it didn't cook.
Okay.
I think it was like a pretty good story, but she didn't cook.
I feel like I agree with you only because of the ending.
Okay. Well, this is one of my favorite episodes that we filmed. Bully by Penelope Douglas.
Oh my God. I love that one too.
It's funny that the ones that I remember and love the most are the books that we fucking hate.
What?
So
what is there to love in that one?
Apparently each other. It is a bully romance by Penelope Douglas, who is known for writing taboo romances. This girl basically has a childhood best friend turned bully, horrible bully, like physically hurts her type bully, and just didn't he push her in a pool?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and then spreads rumors about STDs or whatever,
that she has lice or stupid shit like that. And I think he's the type to also like push her against the wall and like pin her down, right?
Yes. And so she leaves for a bit and has a whole transformation and comes back a new girl, and all of a sudden everyone's kind of into her, but no one's really doing anything about it. And he's just like, she's mine. Mm-hmm. The end.
Basically.
Wow, this book was really bad.
I think the worst part about this book is that there's really nothing redeeming about the guy. What's his name? Jacob? James?
Jared.
Mm-hmm. It's just a J name.
You know what I hated too, though? I hate when books... What was her name? Tiernan? Terrence?
Tate.
You're right, it was Tate. There's a lot of T names.
Go
watch one of our episodes where I said all T names are tomboy girls in fucking books.
When did you say that?
I don't fucking remember. I think it was... Just watch all of our episodes.
I think it was Credence.
I think it was. But Tate, what I disliked about her was the fact that she was like, I'll never let this guy get to me. I'll never let him get to me.
Cue to that same fucking day when she was like, oh my God.
He got it. He got to me. And also, I fucking hated the fact that, like, she would follow the fucking, I guess, like, the gender standards of fucking racing. You remember that? Where it was like, oh, the girlfriends have to race now.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, now I gotta.
Yeah.
It's like, hello? No, you don't. You don't even like this guy.
They weren't even dating at that point.
No. Remember when he drove with her and he turned off the lights?
Yeah. And was speeding and shit.
I'm gone.
And then...
Park right here. I'm out.
Also, I think one of the worst... we don't like to give spoilers, but like, whatever. Go read the book. One of the things that I hated the most about that book was how it didn't really display any like girlhood. Like,
no.
The misogyny was really strong, because don't you remember when they saw the Mexican girl, like the short Mexican with the big boobs? That threw me the fuck off.
And the friend was so...
Casey.
She was so quick to be like, I'm gonna date this guy. I don't care if he fucking treats you like shit. I'm your best friend and you should be happy for me.
But don't you remember that she would be like, He doesn't even bully you. Maybe you're the bully.
I remember that, dude.
It was so bad. This book sucked. I hated this book.
So please free me of her. I hate that Penelope Douglas is always in the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. I need her out of there.
Always there.
Next one is White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. Where the fuck is she?
White Smoke. White Smoke had to do with
Wasn't
Marigold?
That the house?
Was her name Marigold?
I think so. And it was the girl, she was a teenager who was moving into a new neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Was this the one that was like Maple Street?
Yeah, basically. So you think that it's haunted, but, well, is it? Is it haunted?
What I appreciated from this book is that I fucking love Monsters Are Due at Maple Street, and it's basically a retelling of it with its own twists. And I like the idea of mob mentality and how quick people are to turn on you. Mm-hmm. That book does that fucking very well. But I wasn't a fan of the writing and pacing of this book. And honestly, even today, the ending, I still don't fucking know what happened.
I didn't really get the ending either, so I don't know.
I would say she didn't eat, but she existed.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it was I feel like it was just a book that we read. She really did just exist.
But I think Weight of Blood is the next one, which I fucking loved. Yep. Weight of Blood by the same author, Tiffany D. Jackson. She basically did a retelling of Carrie. But it had to do with like racial microaggressions and racial undertones. And I don't remember what year it took place, but I think it was like in the 2000s, right? But it was in like a small town where the school was racist. So
that was horrible.
Yeah.
Ending was very satisfying. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like although I like this story a lot more, I'm still not a fan of the way she writes dialogue.
Really?
Yeah. I wasn't there for that.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I really like this one.
What would you give it?
I honestly would put 8 and Delivered. Because don't you remember we also mentioned how we liked that it would go back in time?
Oh yeah, like I had like that whole like the podcast that was covering it and the interviews and then when it was happening.
Yeah, so it like kept going back and forth and I really liked that.
Okay, 8 and Delivered. I'm okay with that. Our next one is Six Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadbent.
Oh, what is this one about, Cheli?
So this is the novella, the 1.5 To Serpent in the Wings of Night, which if you have not read or watched our episode for that, go read this book and watch our episode because that was one of our funniest episodes. Six Scorched Roses is following Vale. And Vale is like this army guy who came from the Rishon Kingdom, right? I think that's what they were called.
So, yeah.
He was one of Rain's men. And so he did not want to be part of the war anymore. He didn't fuck with that shit. So he was just kind of in this town where people for some reason are turning into dust. And he's like, that's weird ass shit. Not gonna put my fingers in there though. But he ends up meeting a human who comes into his house, hearing about the fact that he's a vampire, and is like, can I use your blood to try to heal my town? Because there's a curse going on here. And they just kind of get to know each other. And I really like stories where characters change for the better.
Yeah.
You know? Because he really was someone who has been alive for such a long time, but realize that like there's still things in your life that you can be excited and experience again.
Yeah, I thought that the writing is amazing. I love the way that Carissa Broadbent writes. It's just the emotion. Oh, immediately as soon as this book started, I was hooked.
Yeah, because it was talking about
how the times that she witnessed death. How
she was born, she was witnessing death.
How close she was to death, basically.
Dude.
And I think it was like 3 times.
Can I say? I remember filming that episode, and both of us, if anyone ever watches it back or one of us watches it back, we were both kind of low energy at the beginning, but it was because we had been filming like so much that day. And I just remember we were like kind of just going through the books and the beats. And then we brought up that Vale's name kind of sounds like Dale. Do you remember that?
Oh, vale. We were saying vale.
Vale. But then it sounded like Dale.
No, but I was saying vale.
Yeah.
That's
what
we
were saying vale.
It. Yeah.
And I just think about Mr. Worldwide. And that really got me through that
and
shit.
that honestly is the reason it's a 5 out of 5.
So did she devour?
She devoured. I love this book. It's so good.
So the next one is The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. And also a banger.
This fucking duology.
It's so well written. And it's just a continuation of The Serpent and the Wings of Night, in which Rain and Araya basically now have to try to lead this broken kingdom.
Yeah.
And there's so much strain in their relationship. It really fucking gets me. Dude, and you know me, I fucking love books that handle grief so well. Mm-hmm. They handle it so organically, I should say.
Yeah.
But she completely devoured.
I agree. She devoured. I love this duology.
Oh my gosh. Talking about a second. Why don't we talk about Credence?
A second? Wait. What do you mean?
That's our second Carissa Broadbent book. This is our second Penelope Douglas book.
Oh, that's what you mean. Credence by Penelope Douglas basically is a love story. Yeah. It's essentially a love story where our main character, Tiernan,
I think so,
unfortunately goes through loss, and she gets a phone call from her Theo, and her uncle's like, hey girl, you want to
Hey girl, you ever been on a mountain?
You ever been on an ice cold mountain?
You ever been on a mountain? Dude, he brings his ice horse and everything. Yeah, she moves in with her uncle and her two cousins.
I feel like people know, though. People know about this book. This book is infamous.
I think about that one book talker. I don't remember his name, but he was like, I really want to read something new. Can anyone recommend me some found family? And someone recommended this.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's not what he was talking about.
She really did find them, though, and they found her. God, I hated this book.
Disgusting.
I hated this book, but I will say it was really fun to talk about.
I would agree with you. It was a blast to talk about. And even when I was reading this book and it was torturous, trust me, it was. I just kept having the thought that I can't fucking wait to talk about this book with Cheli.
Yep.
So it's just one of those taboo romance books.
I would actually say she didn't eat, but she existed for this one. Because I feel like I could talk about this book often.
That is very generous of you.
Really? A 2 out of 5?
Yeah. I don't think it deserves
You
2.
think you want to... we could put her in Please Free Me of Her, but we're always going to have Penelope Douglas somewhere. Somewhere in our reach.
Exactly. So please free me from her.
Our next one is Never Lie by Frida McFadden.
Our first Frida McFadden book. Oh my God. That feels like a lifetime ago.
This is the one where the couple is moving into a new house, right?
They're house hunting, basically.
Yeah.
And they were going to go to an open house. Well, not really an open house, but they were going to meet someone there. And
for a house visit.
Yeah, and she was going to show them around, but they got stuck in like a blizzard or something. And so they end up staying in this house that's empty.
And which
so you think it's empty.
Yeah, they figure out belonged to a famous, was she a psychologist? Therapist?
She's a psychiatrist, I think.
And so she died a long time ago.
Oh, no. There's a mystery.
Oh, she went missing.
Yeah, she went missing,
time ago.
And everyone thought her boyfriend at the time had something to do with her being missing.
So this book follows them trying to figure out who done it.
Kind of. Yeah. They're just in this house and it's kind of creepy. So
I fucking love this book.
Me too. This book was so really fucking good. I love Frida McFadden's writing.
But do you compare it to like Six Scorched Roses? Ashes of the Star-Cursed King?
I think so.
Are you sure? Because there's other Frida McFadden books in here.
Oh, you're right. It's not my favorite Frida book.
8 and Delivered.
Yeah, 8 and Delivered. It hurts though, but
well, this one's not going to hurt so much. It's going to be like ripping off a Band-Aid. November 9th by Colleen Hoover.
Please frame me of her. Please.
Let me just do you the honors.
That book.
Was this the one with the before you?
I don't know, girl.
After you, during you?
You love that quote. You should know that.
I just know
I think that's the Ugly Love one.
I was not a fan. Did they? I'm sorry. Can we spoil a Coho book? I don't really care about this one that much.
Okay, well, if you don't want to hear any spoilers, skip
cover
forward.
your eyes for 30 seconds.
Your eyes.
Well, yeah. Cover your eyes. Shut your ears. Do they end up together at the end?
Yes. It's a love story. She loves love stories. Toxic love stories.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan. It's just about this couple that meets every November 9th. Well, it's not even a couple. They just happen to know each other, happen to crash into each other because of like a conversation that, whatever. Doesn't matter. They meet every November 9th and then they slowly start falling in love and they can only meet November 9th. They can't have each other's numbers or social medias or anything. So
because the guy's a writer and he's trying to write a romance. This is so fucking stupid.
And it's kind of slay.
No, but the worst part about it was just like, I don't know, I guess the intention behind his actions and also his perspective was disgusting. I couldn't stand him.
You know what though? I saw this one post that was like, it really sucks when people are so more into the fact that they have to create content sometimes instead of like being able to help someone or like being able to. Because I'm thinking more of people who have jobs where they work with others. And it's like, hey, I'm your lawyer, but like, can you pose for this TikTok and say that I'm slay? And like,
I have seen lawyers do that.
Yeah. So like things like that, where it's like you'd rather, instead of having a heart to heart with someone and telling them you're there for them, you're making content with them. And it's kind of like that. He wanted to make content out of what he was experiencing.
But I feel like that just depends on the person. Like some people really need the validation. Yes,
I'm just saying
that was definitely him.
He didn't slay.
Okay.
He didn't slay, but you know who did slay?
Stop.
Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover.
We really read so many Colleen Hoover books.
This book had me sobbing, dude. I was so in it for like the 2 hours that it took me to audio listen to this book.
Because you were listening to it super fast.
Wait, his name was Miles, right?
I think so.
Damn. You know,
anytime I hear Miles, I think immediately Miles Morales.
Yeah, me too. But trust me, it wasn't that one.
No, like not that I picture him, but like when I hear,
name.
you know what I mean? Like, you know, you ever just hear a word and you just like.
Well, it's an old name.
Finish.
It's an old name that's coming back. I feel like it's been.
Is that?
Yeah, it's been used more often. Because, you know, you don't hear like Bertha anymore.
Well, she's going to come back.
She's coming back just because I said it.
Bertha.
But this book, Ugly Love, has to do with like a guy who's living in an apartment complex. Wait, hold on. Let me start over.
Why is he the main character?
Wait, this book has to do with a girl who's moving into her brother's apartment complex because she's in between having an apartment. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to crash here for a bit. But crashes into his like fucking neighbor. And this guy's so
drunk out of his mind.
This guy's so dark and mysterious and I can fix him. And he's like, you know what? We can have a little thing, but we can never have a relationship. And she's like, okay, so what you're telling me is we can have a relationship. And it kind of just goes off from there.
Yeah.
Just everything you want in a book and more.
Everything you want out of a romance. I think you were too generous with Miles, though.
I think I was too.
I think it's because I have been familiar with men like him where they'll tell you one thing, but their actions are like a different thing. Like, he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
No más se hace.
Dude, I fucking love when you throw Spanish quotes at me.
What does that mean? Can you translate that?
He's only playing. He's only acting like that.
Like
a bitch
like,
could.
Se hace, no más se hace is, I think the full phrase is se hace pendejo or menso. So he's acting like he's stupid.
Yeah, he's being that bitch. Okay.
But not in a good way.
Please free me of her.
Yes, I agree.
It's a hard one. I would give it like a please free me of her, but I'll go visit sometime.
Oh
okay.
my God.
The next one is Bad Guy by Kenya Gori Bell.
This was the book where Cheli and I had no fucking idea what the main love interest, the guy, we had no idea what he did. What he did as a job.
A Yelper?
No.
A food Yelper?
I have a food critic? I have no idea what he is.
And he had an Instagram for food. And
no, he didn't.
He was also a mafioso. Like,
I don't know.
I didn't know food Yelpers go so hard.
He like ruled the city for some reason.
I mean, Yelpers do.
I was so confused. And to this day, I still don't know what he does. So this book is essentially about a food critic, question mark, who goes into a restaurant where our main character is a chef there. And they immediately have like this sexual tension between them because he often goes to this restaurant, but he pretends like he doesn't like her food, or he always finds something to nitpick.
Yeah.
Well, basically her little brother gets involved in like hacking the main love interest's work. And the main love interest finds out. The little brother goes to prison, and then the main character is like, "No, I'll do anything for my brother," and it turns into this like BDSM, like friends with benefits kind of thing.
That was weird. I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah,
I'm okay with being freed.
Yeah,
of this book because explaining it felt like I was experiencing it for the first time again,
and it sucks because I feel like the concept is interesting, like food critic. Chef, like I like that idea, but
it's not a concept I would use for a dark room.
Yeah, no, but whatever.
Well, next one is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This book was 5,000 pages long,
dude,
and it was basically the continuation of ACOTAR, in which Feyre, I'm gonna butcher this, hold on, so Feyre is married to Tamlin, and it's like, bitch, this ain't going so hot.
This is a Fae romance, by the way.
Oh yeah. And so he's like, You're my wife. Like, what more can you want? I gave you this room.
I give you this room. I give you these paints. These
and then
canvases.
when you like cry and need someone, I walk away because like, you know, I have my time. I respect you. I respect your crying time.
Yeah.
And so she's like, whatever the fuck. This is my life now. And she ends up having like this deal from the first book with Reasoned where they have to meet once a month for a week, I think.
Something like that.
So that she can learn how to read. Yeah.
That's your explanation.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's this guy whose name is I know it's not Jerkins. I'm thinking of Jerkins. So Jamiroquai? I don't remember what his fucking name. Jerba? But like Jerma? I don't know. But he's like evil. And then they're like, we gotta stop this shit. Everything's corrupt in these places. And Feyre's like, yeah, I can read. I'm a literate bitch now and I'm here for this. Yeah.
We should do like a segment where we try to recount like old books that we read. Like old though, like first season.
Oh, dude, I'm waiting for this one. I don't know if you remember. I don't know shit about this book, but I'll summarize it for us.
She's talking about First Life wins.
Okay, that being said, Akamath. She didn't need, but she existed. I feel like the third one's really good, from what I heard.
How do you know you haven't read it?
The second one had me not hooked at all.
No. Anytime I hear about this series, everyone and their mother is like, no, the second book it's better.
Why was it better? Where?
But you know what's funny? I feel like they're people for the third book. Is this the one where it's like 500 pages in and it's still not to the point? I feel like it's this one also where they're like, no, trust me, it gets better.
One of my friends was trying to get me to read her other series, the Glass one.
Throne of Glass?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I've heard about it. And she's like, yeah, but like you just have to speed through like the first like few books. I'm like,
I don't understand. I don't want to do that.
No.
I want the first book to just grip me.
Talking about books that grip you, Zodiac Academy by Caroline Peckham.
Oh my God.
And Suzanne Valenti.
This book was so much fun to film. And I really want us to do the second one, but it's so fucking long.
We need to do all of them.
So long. No.
Okay, wait, butcher it. Go. What was it about?
Zodiac Academy? Okay. It's about two twins. They're both Gemini. They're both
you got it.
And it fucking matters, okay?
Yeah,
they're Gemini.
It does.
Their names are Tori. And
Really? Yeah.
you don't even.
And not Tori.
Tori and the other one. Well, basically, they live a hard life because I think they were in foster care, and this guy shows up, and he's supposed to be like a sexy. This whole book reminds me of X-Men.
Okay.
X-Men vibes. Okay,
Slay.
so who's the main guy? What's his name again? Starts with an O.
Orion.
Orion? That was his name?
Oh, that's the first one that came up.
Wait, don't tell me her name. Does it start with a J?
Yeah, her name was Darcy. Okay.
Darcy and Tori?
Darcy and Tori.
Damn. Okay, well, anyway, so then one night, Orion, which is the older man, shows up and he's like, you girls, wizards. I mean, no.
You're a wizard, Harry.
It gives that Harry Potter vibe, but basically they're going to like a school, academy, if you will.
And they're meant to go because they are the descendants of like some of the highest fae from that.
Zodiac signs, yeah.
Yeah, the Zodiac fae.
Yeah, so if they go, they would be eligible to gain back their inheritance, something like that. But yeah, this is basically a bully romance because there's a bunch of guys involved, but they also like
they're the
swap?
head of the houses, and yeah, they swap.
What is that?
I don't think they can remember who is who. They also, the girls have like legal fae names, and I'm like, 4 names. I barely know one.
I just remember one of them was Roxy, right? Or
Rox. Well, I don't ever.
I think this one is like a reverse harem.
Yes.
Or white shoes because the girls kind of just like.
Doesn't one of them? I'm sorry. Spoiler. Doesn't one of them kind of end up with a teacher?
Yeah. That's gross. Wait, how old are they? 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
So weird.
It is so
please
weird.
set me free of her. I never want to think of her again.
Until we talk about the second one.
Yeah.
Please stay tuned. If you really want us to talk about the second one, let us know. It'll push us to just rip off the Band-Aid.
Well, okay, why don't we take a step back from our very heavily, like, just so much hate in this to a good one, a goodie. King of Wrath by Anna Huang.
This one was the one where we ate the ice cream, right?
And the pickles. Oh my god.
Cheli loves to pretend like she loves pickles. Swear to God.
That was the weirdest combination.
No. It was ice cream and soy sauce.
Which actually slapped.
That was one combo. And then the second combo was pudding, pickles, and Lay's chips.
Pringles.
Oh, yeah, it was Pringles.
Just a very small tidbit of this one book. It's a
enemies to lovers,
forced proximity, forced marriage, arranged marriage. And enemies to lovers, where this man who's like the CEO of a huge business is like, ugh, so rough, no one gets me.
I'm the bachelor bitch.
Yeah, and then the wife is she's kind of like a wedding planner, event planner. But she comes from
she's kind of starting out as a party planner, I think, but her main thing is that her family owns like jewelry businesses.
Yes. That being said, I thought the writing in this book was so cute. It was so good. I read this in a during a road trip, and I can't read in a car for a long time because I get motion sickness, but I toughed it out.
Really?
I was like, I fucking need to finish this book. Aww. Yeah, I love this book so much.
This book was really good, and I also love that it's kind of like a slow burn.
Yes.
And I know you were obsessed with the jealousy. There was moments where the main character's ex would show up here and there, and it would make the love interest, which his name was Dante.
Yeah.
And he would be like obviously jealous.
But even when Dante's best friend Kai would like mess with her, he's like, excuse me, Kai, my best friend, my confidant?
Get the fuck away from my future wife.
I think it ate and delivered. I don't think she's like completely devoured.
Okay, I could agree with that.
Okay. Our next one is The Exception to the Rule by Christina and Lauren.
No, Christina Lauren.
No,
it's their stage name. Well, I believe this book has to do with one of them.
I believe so.
Accidentally emailing the other one.
Accidentally thinking they're emailing a professor.
Yeah. And it was on Valentine's Day, and every year they just end up emailing each other, and it just kind of builds into a relationship.
This is out of a Meet Cute series, which it's an Amazon original series where a lot of authors basically made improbable meet cutes. Mm-hmm. And this is the first Christina Lauren book that I liked.
We hadn't even read that many. I think
out of the two that we had read by then, this was one of them.
You hated this book. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I didn't mind it, but what I struggled with was the fact that it was just so like nothing really. There was no. There was no stakes, because I remember we complained at the end, like, why did they just all of a sudden end up at the same college, or why is it that the whole thing was written in text form and never like, oh, here's our main character, but there's so many other people whose names start with the letter T.
Yeah.
And like if it had become something with that. This is the first one though where I'm kind of like, okay, I can see a vision for this. Because the other book we read, I mean, everyone, it's on Honeymooners. I was not a fan.
No, that one sucked.
But this one, I would say she didn't cook, but she could have. Like the concept was cute.
Okay.
Halfway.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with you, because I think it's meant to just be a feel good. So I try to just like suspend my disbelief of how convenient it is that they both end up in the same fucking college. I do kind of wish that didn't happen, but whatever. It was still a cute story overall.
Yeah, it was okay. So the next one, You Had Me at Hola by Alex Daria. That was our next one.
Alexis.
What did I say?
Alexis Daria.
Alexis Daria.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mind didn't see that.
It's okay.
This is the one that's a telenovela star and a soap opera star come together to make a teleno soap opera, and they kind of fall in love.
Yeah, and they're co-stars. Yeah, they start having feelings for each other, but mostly the guy really does not want to, because he doesn't want to get involved with how popular the main character is.
Mm-hmm. I think this ate and delivered. I fucking loved that we got to see the characters interact, but then we also got to follow them in the show that they were filming.
Yeah, I thought that was so cute, because we got to see what roles they were playing, and how it kind of would showcase that in their normal life. Like, for example, like I really loved when they had to do their first kiss for the show, and they were both still kind of feeling a little bit awkward with their relationship because they weren't really talking to each other. And so it wasn't until they were both actually like kind of becoming friends when finally their like chemistry improved for the show.
Yes.
So I don't know, it's just like little things like that I really liked.
Where do you think this should go?
I would agree with you. 8 and delivered. That one was really, really good.
Back down. Okay, 8 and delivered. The next one, also a banger, The Dark King by Gina L. Maxwell.
Go ahead, summarize it.
Well, I just want to start off by saying, Yajaira didn't think I read this book. And the day we were going to film, you were just like, we're not doing it, right?
No, so I had texted you and I was like, okay, so we're just going to film these two, which is 2 other books. And since you haven't read The Dark King, we could just scratch it off of the list. Like, it's fine. We don't have to do it. And you were like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I think you said it was fine. I don't remember. But then I looked at our shared notes where we both mark what we've read. And I saw that you marked it and I was like, wait, you read it. I was so confused. I didn't think you read it.
Well, I am so happy we filmed.
Me too.
That my biggest, the biggest thing that is like a big regret, sad that it fucked up, was the fact that we lost the video footage to the end of that episode.
We didn't lose it, didn't we? Just stopped. It just stopped rolling.
Oh, you're right. It stopped rolling because we ran out. Okay, we didn't click record. I wish we would have, because we were fucking dying at one of the reviews where it's like, I thought Faye never lied.
But why? Oh, why did I catch this bitch lying? Oh my god, that was so fucking funny.
Oh my god. We both died. This book is about like this this dark fae prince and his two brothers who were exiled because they had said something to the queen. And they're in Vegas, baby. And they end up crashing into this girl, and she
oh my god,
kind of fixes him.
Okay,
that's it. And she's more than she appears to be. Period. Okay.
But he also kidnaps her and locks her
up.
Oh
yeah. No, yeah, that was really bad. That was really shitty of him.
Isn't he already the king though? He's
but he was exiled.
Literally, the Dark King.
What the fuck was his name?
Who cares?
Arthur?
No, Carden. It starts with a C also.
It was not Carden.
It's something like that.
Craig. But he, yeah. I thought it was funny at the beginning when one of his human workers in Vegas, baby, was just kind of like, I know what you are. Fucking takes out pocket salt. And nothing happens.
Should have brought the iron.
Should have brought Himalayan, bitch. Oh my god, I thought that was fucking funny.
Yeah, we were dying.
Please free me of this book.
No, that's too low.
Excuse me?
Too low.
What do you mean?
we had a good time.
No, because you made me put ugly love.
I didn't make
down there.
Roll that back.
I had a good time filming that one.
I didn't even say anything for like
Credence too. Credence, I want it up here, but you were like, no, it's bad.
Credence does suck. What?
That's not the point. It deserves to be down there.
No, the Dark King.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah.
Because I don't remember 20 minutes ago. Why is Akamath second? Shouldn't that be near the bottom?
Wait, what?
Wait, why? Hold on. Shouldn't it be kind of like this?
You literally put that there. Cheli is changing the list as we speak.
I just moved because I don't. We were talking about it, and I think we were being nice earlier.
You're saying Akamath, and you want to just forget about her. Free me of her.
But think of Dark King a little more often.
And you know what? That's fine. You can put Dark King at the bottom. No, put Dark King at the bottom.
Whoa, this is reverse psychology. No! I'm
not playing with you.
You know what? She's going to the top.
No, it's because I started thinking about the fact that neither one of us remembers how it fucking ended. Tell me how it ended. Yeah.
They fall in love. I remember how it ended. It ends with now the brothers. Because the whole... Can I say something? I think it's funny how he was like... He's Faye. So wait, hold on. Can you see my ear? Okay. My family always comes first. Cut to him 5 chapters later, like, who the fuck is my family? I'm all about this girl right here.
No. I'm not talking about the ending. I'm talking about like what the plot twist was.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Anyway, forget about that one.
Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. Basketball romance. You know, as a
former basketball player.
As a former basketball player, I was a basketball coach actually. I just think this really captured what basketball's about.
No, it didn't.
It really just captured it. So this follows the story.
Your main complaint of this book: not enough basketball.
No, just not enough hoops
in the hoop series.
I know,
that's so sad.
I told you that too. I was like, I wish they had done more of the game, and you were like, no.
Why would I ever?
Why would I willingly, when I don't want to watch sports and I read a book, why would I want to read about sports?
That sounds like torture.
So this book followed August and
Iris,
yes. August and Iris, who meet at a bar, and she's just drinking it up, watching the Lakers game, and he's over here like, she doesn't even know I'm a ball. She doesn't even know I ball with the boys.
Oh my God.
And she's just like, I recognize you. You're August. You're in this team, and you're making it big, and here you are in a bar. And so they kind of like click, And he immediately is like, I would do anything for her. But she's in a relationship. And so this series or this book, it is throughout time of they keep meeting and they keep having a spark, but they're never in the right time to be with each other. And it is incredibly dark.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be that dark.
Heavy trigger warnings for this book. It was hard to read at some points, honestly.
Oh yeah, it definitely was. Sorry, I didn't want to kick that away.
That's fine.
I think though I enjoyed reading it, and I would read the second one, but I don't want to put it in 8 and Delivered because it's not like Never Lie.
It doesn't compare, huh?
It doesn't.
I would put it in the middle then.
Didn't cook, but it was still good. I love spaghetti, but didn't cook the noodles long enough. Didn't cook the noodles long shot enough.
Always with the spaghetti.
Oh my gosh. The next one, It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey.
Our first Tessa Bailey book.
And it was amazing. I didn't realize how much, because you and I had made a joke earlier where I texted you and I wrote like, if Christina Lauren can do it, why can't we?
Oh my God.
And you and I were kind of like, what if when we write, we're known for writing very specific tropes? I'm bringing that up because I didn't realize that fisherman and girl from big city who ended up in a small town is a very specific trope. But it is.
It's very specific, but I feel like it's a good one.
It really is.
I really like
one.
it. Yeah.
The spice was amazing. The humor was so good in this.
I thought
book.
she was so fucking funny. Is her name Piper?
Piper.
She was so funny. I loved her, honestly.
Me too. I would probably say 8 and Delivered.
Oh.
She ate and delivered.
What? You don't think she devoured a little bit?
You think she devoured?
You know what? Yeah, 8 delivered.
8 and delivered.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good spot.
Okay. Okay.
What? Okay.
So our next one is
start over.
So our next one is one that I think you could take the reins. You could take the wheel. All This Twisted Glory by Tahira Mafi.
Thank you so much for that. That means the world to me, but it is hard to summarize the third book of a series. So All This Twisted Glory is the third book of All This Woven Kingdom.
This Woven Kingdom.
Oh my God. This Woven Kingdom. Thank you. And then the second one is These Infinite Threads.
Yes.
Basically, it follows our main character, Alize, who is the long-lost queen, long-lost princess of the Jinn. And the Jinn were basically outcasted thanks to the fucking devil, that bitch.
So funny. Thanks to the fucking devil. God. Hate that bitch. Never liked him.
Another time he fucks it up for everybody.
Fool me once. Okay.
Well, basically, Alize is hiding in Ardunia.
Yeah.
And this is where she meets Cameron.
Cameron.
Cammy.
Yeah, Cammy.
And yeah, she meets Cameron. They have a thing together, but
2 seconds later, she meets
Cyrus. And yeah, she's kind of torn. Yeah, she's kind of torn between. Not really.
No, she knows. She knows what she wants.
She's kind of torn.
But she's kind of torn with what decision she makes next, because it feels like in the third book, it's very much people making decisions for her.
Well, I think what is, I guess, hold on. What is causing her the most, I guess, internal conflict, is she wants to do what's best for her people.
Yep.
So she wants to help the Jinn reclaim their home, basically, or a home. And that's kind of what is tearing her, like, from one direction to the other.
I'll be honest. I feel like this book made me sad because I didn't like what they did with Cameron.
Yeah, because you're Team Cameron.
I'm Team Cam. And I already know who he's going to end up with.
Huda?
Yeah, which I love her.
God.
But I just... Oh, we got a comment, by the way, the other day about this series.
I think I saw it, yeah.
Which is, what was our thoughts on Alize and Hazan? And do we think
that comment. I was thinking of another one. Oh, yeah. So I thought it was so funny because that thought did cross my mind because Hazan is obviously very loyal to Alize and he like worships her because, but I didn't really want to acknowledge it because this girl's already torn between two guys.
Yeah.
That if something were to happen between her and Hazan, I would literally be like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? It's funny because Hazan is just a very devout follower. So I feel like when that was brought up, like, what about you and Hazan? Hazan's just like, I don't know.
No, wasn't he offended? Wasn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't come off as offended, but he came off as just completely like shocked.
Yeah, like how dare
That's
you?
my queen.
Yes, I would kiss her feet, and what about it?
And if she wanted to kiss me, maybe. I don't know.
I feel like if Tahir and Mafi wanted to spin it so it's Hazan, I think it could work.
And I think it can too, but I feel like it wouldn't happen. If it did end up happening with Hazan, I feel like it wouldn't happen because it was like, oh, I'm going to marry you because then you can become queen. It would be like, we're going to work together. She's going to be queen on her own. And then it would.
Yeah, like he's kind of like the after, right?
Yeah. With like, you didn't need to be queen to be my queen.
You're always my queen.
I always liked you.
I do love Hazan though, so I don't know.
Too.
We'll just see, I guess.
I don't think it cooked.
You don't think it cooked?
I think it's halfway. The fact that these books have now just been like short amount of times. Like it's just like one thing happens. Because what really happened in this one is she came back and she woke up.
And she got poisoned.
Poisoned. Yeah. Didn't cook for me.
Really?
Yeah. I like the second one a lot better. I'm not saying something because I didn't really like the second one. I think like because out of 5, I would give it a 3.
So middle.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
It just didn't cook.
I think for me it would be higher. I don't think it would be devoured for me.
If this had a middle?
Yeah. I'd probably put it in 8 and delivered, but that's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
I know it hurts you.
No, it's fine. I really don't care.
Well, this next one, I feel like it's going to be like we know where it goes. Bride by Allie Hazelwood is
do we?
often compared to
The Bible? I swear to God.
Oh. It's often compared to just Brilliance.
What is Brilliance to you?
Brilliance is when the sun comes up, the first glimmer in a baby's eye.
You don't
even smile. I don't even have children.
Babies are you thinking about?
It's funny because
There's
before
babies.
I was just kind of like, I just don't want to look at a child right now.
So isn't that like a curse?
No. Thank you. I just want to say that this book, if you're into the Omegaverse,
which I'm not,
which
you
half
are
of this podcast, which 50%'s a lot. Half of this podcast is really into the Omegaverse.
You know what's so funny is that you were in denial though about being into the Omega.
I don't recall that. I just recall like
go watch your episode on Bride.
Well, it's because you called me a furry.
You are a furry.
No, I'm an ally.
I've been calling you a furry for how long? A long time.
My whole family does, and I'm just like, I don't see it.
You don't think that's like
yes, I have a fursuit. What of it?
Okay, what is Bride by Allie Hazelwood about?
This is a book in which there's 3, I guess, types of races, right?
Species?
Weird. Species. The vampires, the werewolves, and the humans. And in order to make sure their alliance stays, they do something where they give a collateral, which is a person. So it's like, you know what, humans, we won't fuck with you. So here, have one of our werewolves and let's kind of just chill. Mm-hmm. And so they do that again because it's been a while since they've done that. It's been pretty strained because the alpha in the werewolf pack wasn't great, but he was recently taken down. And Lo, which is the new alpha, is like, give me your best vampire and I'm going to marry her. And this girl whose name is Misery is like, chill. Yeah, I'm going to do it, but because she had ulterior motives. And this is just a arranged marriage, forced proximity, Omegaverse.
Yes, he goes into
Brilliance.
heat.
He goes into heat. Yeah,
yes.
There's a knot, but
yes, he
what of it?
Sniffs her.
Oh my God, it was so fucking good.
And yes,
also she's a hacker.
So fucking random.
What's so random about that? So suddenly people can't have skills?
No, not her. Not Misery.
Yeah, 5 out of 5, completely devoured.
No.
It's one of my contenders for book of the year.
You're kidding.
I wish I wasn't. I really like it. I think it's really good.
Okay. That's good for you. Play Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo.
Should we put it middle ground? Because I know you want to put it at a 0 and I want to put it at a 5.
Sure. You know what? Yeah, didn't cook.
Okay.
Middle.
But she did cook, just so we all know.
Didn't. No.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
My gosh. I'm not hacking. I'm not hacking. Where's Molly by H.D. Carlton, which was the little novella that came out in the Hunting Addie universe.
Hunting Adeline. Give her government name.
Oh, sorry. She's Addie the baddie to
Hunting
me.
and Hunting.
Yes. Those books were really well loved.
Yeah.
It's a dark romance in which the girl falls in love with her stalker.
So this one basically has to do with the same universe, but it's about a girl, Molly, who basically got sold into human trafficking.
Yes.
And she is already out of it, and you just kind of see how you kind of see the aftermath of what happened after she got out.
I'll be honest, I don't really remember much.
I remember little bits and pieces of it, but
she existed.
Yeah, I mean,
I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, me neither. But then again, I don't really think Hunting Adeline needed a spinoff.
It didn't need a second book. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
that second book was crazy.
Well, it did need like a completion. Are you talking about Hunting?
Yes.
It needed a completed.
Oh, you're
story.
right. They could have just added a chapter.
Another chapter.
Okay. I'm gonna try my best with this next one.
Oh God, I can't wait.
Okay.
I'm really excited because I know which one it is.
First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston.
Can I just say,
I was tired. I just want to justify it.
Cheli, when you were summarizing this book, you completely summarized a different book.
And I was just like, yeah, I'm right.
And I was staring at you like, wait, that's
dude, you let me go off for like 8 minutes.
Because first, no, that's a lie.
It felt long, dude.
No, it was just like a minute.
So long.
It literally was just a minute because you didn't get very far into the story. But it's because like I was so confused because you sounded so confident.
I was confident.
And I was like, oh.
That's what happens when we read 30 books in one sitting. Okay.
But
I don't remember.
Well, I just want to say that our episode on First Lie Wins, we didn't keep that in. So, because I don't want them to be confused and be like, wait, what?
What the fuck is she talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So this book has to do with a girl. Hold on. It's mixing. It has to do with a girl who she like has jobs in which she has to pretend to be certain people. And I don't know if she's a hacker, but she has to like basically get information or intel out of certain things. And she ends up doing a job where she is like married to this guy, right? I know she's married to someone and he's like a trucker, but he also like sucks. Well, I don't get the point.
They're not
of
married.
This. They're together though.
They're just together, yeah.
But
You are like malfunctioning right now.
Well, because all I remember is
He's
that
not a trucker.
Yeah, isn't he like a distributor, and he has like a distribution center, but that's where he like fucks people up.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of like a fucking...
Suddenly someone doesn't remember. I don't fucking know shit about this book. All I know is that she doesn't agree with what her boss made her do, and so she's trying to get back at her boss.
Well, because her boss is the one who gives her assignments. So he'll be like, go pretend to be this person and go do this mission. And basically every mission that she is doing, they basically are having, they're basically like blackmailing her. I don't know. Like slowly the relationship turns and she realizes like, wait a minute, these bitches are blackmailing multiple people because it wasn't just her because she met somebody who was basically in the same line of work as her.
Oh, and she also met someone that was her. Didn't she?
Well, because they were fucking with her. So they knew that she wasn't doing what she was supposed to. So they sent someone in who pretended to be her, like her actual identity. And she like panicked and was like, oh my God, what the fuck? But then it was like this whole thing. I don't want to say what happened to her, but yeah.
I don't remember shit about this book.
Oh.
I like literally don't.
I remember bits and pieces. I feel like this would slap as a movie. But as a book, I don't know why it's hard for me to remember. I think because there were so many names and so many like aliases, like it's hard for me to remember who the main character was throughout all of these chapters.
She didn't eat, but she existed. 2.
Yeah, I think I would agree.
Okay. Our next one is another Frida McFadden book, The Housemaid.
Oh my God, The Housemaid changed my life.
Which one is it out of all these?
This one, the blue one.
Okay. So The Housemaid follows our girl Millie, who is recently getting out of being incarcerated due to murder. And so she struggles to find jobs because like when people do a background check, they're obviously going to see like this is something that she did. Doesn't really get into like details on what she did, just that that's what happened. And so she finds this job where they don't background check her, and she's supposed to be a housemaid for this rich family. She lives in the attic. There's like a cot and a mini fridge with 3 waters in it. She's like, slay, this is really, really good. And so...
Well, she didn't have anywhere to sleep before that, so that's what she loved about it.
Yes. So it suddenly turns because the main lady of the house, whose name is... Nina. She's not completely there, and Millie is worried for Cece, who is the daughter, who is not really. She's not also. I don't
think she's that worried about Cece.
Well, I feel like she's just worried for like the family in general. She's mostly worried about our boy Andy, which is the man of the house. And
I think she worries the most about herself because Nina is so unstable. Like she'll tell her something and then 2 seconds later be like,
I never told you that.
Yeah, like completely flip the switch. And so yeah, and then stuff happens with the main guy of the house. So yeah, it's this whole mystery twisty book.
So this is our second Frida McFadden book.
Yeah.
And I fucking love this book.
Yeah.
I really like all of Frida McFadden's twists. I feel like she does it really well to the point where I feel like I know the twist and I'm like jumped over her, fucking flipping it on me, and then she flips me again. So I just really enjoy the way she writes. It's very easily like digestible. Like she writes in a way that I could follow with my 2 brain cells. I would give this completely devoured.
Yeah, I would agree. It's like my favorite book of hers.
Damn. Our next one is a book I've been thinking about a lot recently, which is weird. A Fate Inked in Blood by Daniel L. Jensen.
Really? Why have you been thinking about this book?
You know when you read something and you're just so utterly disappointed?
Oh my God.
Because
so fucked up.
Well, let me just start. I fucking love Daniel L. Jensen. She wrote one of our almost book of the year for me, and I think book of the year for you, which was The Bridge Kingdom. And that book fucking slaps. And so you heard actually, that A Fate Inked in Blood was going to come out, and it was a story that was very heavily influenced by Norse mythology. And you and I don't know shit about Norse mythology.
You know more, but...
I know a bit, but going into this book, I was kind of let down because they have so much like plot and lore being thrown at me. I just kind of felt like I was really in it for the ride, and then what mattered the most was like the first 2 chapters and the last 2 chapters, because I don't remember shit of what goes on in the middle, and if I do remember, I don't remember why they're doing it.
Okay.
I was thinking about it recently because the guy whose name is Bjorn. I actually really like him.
Yeah.
And he's such a good character. And I really like our main character whose name is Freya. Because it's not Feyre. It's Freya. Feyre. No, Freya.
Freya, yeah.
So Freya, I really like her because she has so much anger in her, and that often leads to like things going shitty for her. So her being able to like acknowledge that, and she's still kind of like, fuck it, I'm still angry.
Yeah.
I'm like excited to see where that's gonna lead, but I will say this wasn't one of my favorite reads.
I feel like I had the opposite reaction to you, where like I think I appreciated it more afterwards, because I do really love how Freya's journey played out. Like I don't know, like I felt so much sympathy for her, especially, you know, with the different people who were screwing her over basically. And it just made me appreciate her, and especially when she would have her moments of rage. Oh, yeah. I was like, damn girl, I get it though.
Me too.
I don't know. I did enjoy the book overall. There are some things that I didn't really understand, so I think I need to read it. But
yeah. Do you think it cooked? Did it eat and deliver, or did it just?
I think it cooked. Well, but that didn't cook, so.
But I think that's a good place for it for now.
Yeah.
I feel middle. Like I am gonna read the second book.
Yeah.
But as of now, like I still need more. But I hate it when books are like that. When it's like, yeah, I read the first 600 pages, but it didn't slap yet. It's like, no, I should be in it now.
No, but I was into it in the beginning. I remember the beginning really well, and the ending really well. I mean,
yeah, and I remember that's the first time I've ever guessed an ending.
Oh yeah,
you remember?
Oh yeah, because you wrote it down. I remember.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, our next book is Butcher and Blackbird by Brynn Weaver.
Oh my god, you were obsessed with this book. This is basically a book that's about two serial killers who start this like game. Yeah. Where they try to get to a first other serial. So they're serial killers who kill other serial killers. Yeah. So they play a game where they try to see who can find their next victim, basically. First.
I really like this book. I think it's funny. I think that the concept of it is so like out of the ordinary, but I don't know. I was into it. I like the characters.
I don't remember much about it for some reason, but I did think it was kind of funny, especially the fucking ice cream scene, because what was the guy's name? Butcher. Yeah. He was such a like himbo.
Rowan?
Yeah.
No, Rowan was the girl.
No, she was Sloane.
Sloane and Rowan.
Yeah. He was such a himbo. I thought it was so fucking funny that he would always like kind of like ruin her plans.
I mean, it was funny because he did no research behind this one serial killer that they had met who was eating like human parts. And so
he was over here fucking gobbling shit up.
Sloane was like whispering to him across the table like, lobotomy. And it's like, you love me? Wait.
I thought that was so fucking funny.
I love this book. I think it completely devoured. I thought it was amazing.
I would put 8 in delivered.
8 in delivered?
8 in delivered, yeah.
Damn.
Are we going to read the second one?
I hope so. I really want to.
Lark.
The next one, another Frida McFadden.
Which one?
The Teacher.
Oh my God, The Teacher. I remember when I was listening to this book, I was so scared the whole fucking time.
Can you tell us about it?
Yes. Basically, it has to do with two teachers that are married to each other. And, oh God, I don't remember her name. I don't remember anyone's name. But the girl teacher is basically the math teacher. And she is the less favorable one because her husband is loved by the students.
He's an English teacher.
Yeah, and he's also like handsome and nice and all that shit. But then during that school year, there's a student there who basically has a reputation, or people know her as someone who got another teacher in trouble for being inappropriate. And so the woman teacher is kind of like, oh, you know, kind of like already feeling off about her because she really liked that teacher that got in trouble. And so shit just kind of hits the fan in this one because this girl is in her class and in her husband's class.
Yes.
And she gets a little close to
the husband. There was a plot twist in this book that now sitting with it, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I like it.
I kind of hated it.
Right?
I kind of hated it, yeah. Because, I don't know. To me, it doesn't really make sense because I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions that weren't answered.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't think it was her strongest plot twist.
Mm-mm.
But I don't know. I think the book was still enjoyable overall. I would still put it at like 8 and delivered, maybe.
I think I'd put it at didn't cook, but it would be a high didn't cook.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. That's fine.
Sorry, Frida. She's our girly.
She's our girl. What if she watches this? She's like, wow.
She throws her computer.
I know. Send us an angry email.
So the next one is one that we had like a debate on, which was Elegy for the Undead by Matthew Vaselli. This book is about a gay couple living through the zombie apocalypse.
Living through a zombie apocalypse.
You're right. Living through a pandemic, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought this book was interesting because the way that it dealt with this whole apocalypse, it really was like, well, it's happening in like America. Why is it going to bother me?
Yeah.
And so there were people literally living in like zombie times where they had to have guns and they had to be outside and there was camps. And then there were just people living their normal lives.
And even what I think is crazier is like once there was like a cure, you know, or there was less outbreaks, people kind of just had to quickly move on and just kind of live ordinary lives, even though other people's lives were being torn apart by this outbreak.
Yep.
So it's interesting. It's our first zombie book.
Yeah. I really, really liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think I gave it a 5. I don't remember why, but I don't think I did.
I just remember, Cheli, you made an Instagram story and you were like, I don't know if you were crying or if you said like, oh, this book made me hella cry. I don't remember. And I was like, that one?
Because it's sad. Really? It's so, yes, it did make me cry. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, I could find that post because that was really funny. If I find it, I'll try to post it here. But it's because I was crying about it while, like, I think there was, like, an old 80s song playing in my car.
Oh,
so
God.
Like
so it just hit you harder?
Yeah. But I just really care about this book because it showed someone who basically had to watch someone that they love slowly die. So you had to grieve. You
love. That was our debate.
I know.
The debate is coming back.
But it's just
I don't want to debate this book again. But
me neither. I really like this book. I know you don't think it completely devoured.
I think my main issue, just in case whoever's listening to this has not watched our episode, which go watch our episode because we hella debate on there. But my issue was just like I kind of wish that their love was stronger. I think it would have been sadder if it was.
Okay. I mean, I don't understand. I respectfully don't understand. Didn't cook.
That's fine.
You want to halfway it? Where would you put it?
She didn't eat, but she existed.
Okay.
Damn, we have so many fucking books on here.
I know. The next one we will agree on, which is The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland.
God, I fucking love this book.
Shout out to us getting an ARC for this book.
Yeah, but we actually got a physical copy. That's amazing.
Yeah. This book has to do with 3 girlies, and all of them just there's so much things going on in their lives. One of them, she lost her sister and is like, necromancy. The other one is like, fucked around and accidentally have 3 packs with demons. My body's falling apart. And the last one is someone who helps women by writing invocation spells for them to help them against, like, basically men. And all of them end up in this whole fucking, like, there's a serial killer on the loose and we have to stop him, but we're also trying to meet our own personal goals.
Yeah.
This book is so fucking good.
I love this book so much. I was so into this book. I did not want to put it down. I love all 3 of the girls and their relationships with each other.
Humor's top tier.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a very satisfying book. I would definitely recommend it.
Completely devoured.
Yeah.
The next book is Julia Quinn's Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, the Colin and Penelope story.
Which is the 4th book in the series. And basically the series follows the Bridgertons finding love.
Yeah, that's it. This book sucked. I fucking hated this book most of all. I hate the fucking
You're such a fucking liar.
It's been a while, and I'm just still so angry with the whole like.
Such a liar.
I'm still so angry with the whole like. Wait, she eats a lot, and I eat.
Oh yeah. You brought that up, which I thought was so interesting. So basically, Colin loved to eat also.
But that was never brought up ever.
Yeah.
And do you remember there was one point where she was like, I'm never going to kiss a man. I'm going to die not kissing a man. And he was like, where the fuck are the croissants?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are my biscuits? Colin, please. Don't think about food for 1 second. And he was going to fucking lose it. He was going like ape shit.
I still can't stand that fucking part where near the end, it was like, oh yeah, Penelope was so nervous she couldn't eat, and for her that was crazy.
Saying something.
That's saying something.
Fuck.
Like that's crazy to me.
I can't.
It's just so fucking funny. I mean, it is interesting to see like how we feel about a book after sitting with it for a while.
It was really funny when we had made a comment like, what does it mean you weigh more than 14 stones, like 14 rocks?
Oh,
and then someone online called us out like, no, it's an amount of pounds.
Yeah.
That's how we meant. And I was just like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, suddenly I'm the dumb one.
Suddenly, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I feel like we should have looked into that. I was literally
means-
picturing like little stones, like tiny,
yeah, I was
tiny
too.
little,
Like just a bag of stones,
like a little
Ziploc bag.
like instead of marbles, it's just stones.
My stones. Because like I feel like out of all of them, at least both of the like this couple, none of them committed a crime that I know of.
No.
And they weren't super problematic.
Well,
So, but even then,
I felt like his proposal was so
just marry me.
anticlimactic. No, he was literally just like, so what? We're gonna get married, right? Right?
Yeah, coming out of the
right,
carriage.
right.
Oh my god, I can't.
But I mean, you did. Oh,
go ahead.
but you did say that you liked the humor in this book.
I did.
Yeah, so
I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah,
Made me haha, made me hee.
I don't think I laughed. I started crying.
I think she.
She didn't eat, but she existed.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Elegy for the Undead is there, which that deserves to be a 5-star.
Oh my god, stop. I feel like sometimes you exaggerate how you feel about
I think
books.
I just have a lot of love in my heart, and I don't know where to put it.
You're such a liar.
And you just judge me for all the love I have, and I just don't get it. Talking about love.
If this were your tier list, your 5 stars would be way longer.
Okay, next one is The Idea of You by Robin Lee, which is
basically picture like you going to a One Direction concert, you're obsessed with Harry Styles,
and he falls for me.
And your mom is with you, and your mom falls in love with Harry Styles.
Okay.
And Harry Styles is obsessed with your mom.
That was a really good Wow.
That's essentially
it's
the
not
story.
a your name. It's your name.
Your mom.
But your mom.
Your mom's name.
Your name's mom. Yeah, that's it. It was an Amazon movie.
The movie was enjoyable though.
They changed the ages though.
Yeah, they made him older.
Because what I appreciated about this book is that it had several age gap situations. So it was like you get to see their age gap, which was 19 and 39, but he was the same age gap away from her daughter, but she was a lot younger.
Yeah, in the book she was like 11, I think.
And then his first relationship was a very
disgusting.
But then there's like other situations that parallel with it. So it kind of puts you in the situation of like, well, who am I judging? Because even the ex-husband of our main girl, Selene,
was in an age gap relationship also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the conversation that the book brought up. I wish the movie would have done the same thing.
Yep.
But the book was just okay though. I don't know. I wouldn't say I loved it.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but I enjoyed reading it. I think I would put She Didn't Eat, but She Existed.
Okay, I agree.
Our next book.
Oh my god, is it Brutal Prince?
By Sophie Lark.
Oh my god, this book was so funny. This book was so fun to film because this book has art, like fan art.
Yes.
Like in the pages in the book.
It had me fucking dying, dude. I remember that you didn't know it had fan art.
I didn't, because I mine didn't have it for some reason.
Yeah. It was so, and I told you about it and you were like, what? You need to send me pictures. And I just kept sending. It was so well drawn. I will say that. But so dramatic. It just added to just
the drama.
The drama, which is these two families, the Gayos and the
Montagues.
The Montagues, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Romeo and Juliet
I don't remember.
Can't fall in love with each other because the families hate each other. But they kind of. Oh wait, no, they don't actually like each other. They're forced to get married in order to show an alliance between the families. And it sucks
because she almost burned down the house.
Okay, you almost burned down one house and all of a sudden it's your fault? Like, I don't really get it.
You're right.
But then they slowly start falling in love. The end.
This book was fun to talk about. I don't really remember much about it for some reason. I really liked
when I closed it. That was one of my favorite parts.
I really liked the part where she almost killed him with the strawberries.
Which time? Oh.
The strawberries.
Yeah. I really liked the time.
And where he almost killed her
by pushing her into the water and almost drowning her.
He was holding her down.
Oh, yeah. But then they made love. And I thought that was pretty romantic.
Yeah, real romance right there.
So what? Please free me of it?
Yeah, please, immediately.
Okay, our next book is The Bromance Book Club by Lisa K. Adams.
Just a couple bros and a bromance club.
Hey, bros, you heard of Bridgerton? Hey, bros. Bros, me and my girl, she says that she's been faking it the whole time.
Oh, God.
Please tell me what Regency period book I could read to get her back.
Yeah.
This boy pulled out quotes completely from the book. My God. First rule of Bro Book Club. Don't live it. Let it inspire you.
I thought it was so funny how, I don't know, he was very, not dumb, oblivious. He was very oblivious to certain things.
It was funny.
Because the main character, what's his name?
I don't remember.
Me neither, but he was a baseball player. And his wife kind of just like lived.
Thea
kind of just like lived her life. Just, I don't know, just as a housewife, I guess.
Yeah. So it really sucked though because they were just in a relationship, but because she got pregnant early, it kind of seemed like it was a shotgun wedding. Is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, there was like a lack of spark. And then one day, it was like a really big day in his career. He came home, had sex with his wife, and that was the first time she had an orgasm.
In like months.
No, it was the whole relationship.
No, the whole marriage.
Yeah.
She did orgasm before the marriage, but not during the marriage.
Yes. Which is a long time.
Yeah.
But I really like this book because it really is just the husband falling in love with her again and just understanding her deeper than what he used to. And at the very end, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's very much like you need to learn how to put your partner's needs ahead of yours sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this book too.
I think I say 8 and delivered.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't believe I didn't give that one a 5 out of 5, actually. I don't remember why I didn't. Okay. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez.
Why am I blanking? Oh my God.
Well, if you remember, this is the one with the 2 nurses, the travel nurses.
Oh, the travel nurses. Thank you. But I'm blanking on their names. I don't remember their names.
Travel nurse 1.
Travel nurse main character. Oh, okay. I remember now. Basically, it started off with an "Am I the asshole?" post.
Yes.
Where the guy, main character, don't know his name, he basically put on his post that he got upset with his friend and ended up getting like the ugliest dog he could find and naming it after his friend. And so then in this post, he mentioned that he has really bad luck. Like anytime that he gets into a relationship and they break up, that person immediately finds their soulmate like right after. And so the girl main character, reads this post and she's like, oh my God, I have that exact same curse. And so they end up getting connected this way. And they have the brilliant idea of, hey, what if we just like pretend to date or like date each other for a little bit so that once we break up,
Justin and Emma,
when we break up, we can find our respective soulmates afterwards.
But then it becomes more than just that.
Yeah.
I really, really like this
Me
book
too.
a lot.
I was obsessed with the slow burn and
Yeah.
how well both characters were basically developed, and just like Justin was so fucking sweet to her. Like he was always there for her, very caring, would give her space if she needed space, but would always show that, hey, you know, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just obsessed with this book. It was so good.
She completely devoured.
Yeah, she did. She devoured.
Okay.
The next one did not devour. No matter what Cheli
someone
says.
in this book devoured. I just want to say that.
Someone-
Ice Planet Barbarian by Ruby Dixon. I was a fan. I was a complete fan of
We
this.
know, Cheli. Monster romance, we know.
I think it's just because it's a monster romance. That shit really got to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, true love.
Even though he doesn't really look that big on the cover.
No, she's just really tall. She just has like stilettos on.
Stop.
10 feet stilettos.
Oh my god.
Now sitting with it though, I'm just kind of like,
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Hold on. Pause for a second.
Well,
Wait, look at me.
well, you know, there are certain parts of this book that aren't great.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I just think it didn't cook.
You're right. She didn't cook. We didn't even say what it's about, though.
Oh, it's about these girls that are getting picked up by an alien race. And they're very specific girls. Like it's gross, but like at the age where you can get pregnant and you're healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And they get dropped off in like an ice planet, and she meets an ice planet barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
Book 1.
And he's basically like, wait, that's my fucking soulmate.
That's my soulmate. What's your name? Georgie? Fuck yeah. Next book. All Systems Read by Martha Wells. I was about to say Martha Stewart. Martha
Can
Wells.
you imagine?
I actually really like this book, and I'm sad it didn't do well for us.
I know.
Because I
like the idea of it, but I don't know.
I will say, though, if I had just read this, I would not have liked it. The audiobook, the dramatization of the audiobook really did it for me.
Yeah, same here. Because I was having a hard time reading it too.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because I think I got it on Libby, I think. And then you messaged me and you were like, hey, listen to it on Audible because it has like music and background sounds or whatever. And that really helped.
I really think that that's going to be the future of Audible now, because I feel like AI can now...
It can read shit for me now, and especially give it like celebrity voices. So
But the fact that sometimes you can hear like footsteps in the background, laughing, someone in pain, someone crying, like you can hear your
ambiance.
surroundings. Yeah, it really adds to it. But this book just has to do with a murder robot. He calls himself Murderbot. He's a security robot who happened to hack his system because he wanted to watch some YouTube.
Well, they're non-binary because it's a robot.
Oh yeah, you're right. And so they just wanted to have fun, but ended up becoming a murder bot. And it's just kind of like, fine, I'll just take odd jobs and no one will know that I actually hacked my system.
All he wants to do is just watch some telenovelas. Can we blame Murderbot? I would be the same way.
I think because it was hard to read, I would say didn't cook. But I really wish it was better.
I agree. I'm kind of wondering if the second one would slap.
I gotta check it. I know people like the first one more than the second one though, so I'm just kind of like,
Never mind then.
Okay, Housemaid's Secret, the second to Housemaid by Frida McFadden.
We're back with Melly.
We weren't going to read this one.
No, which is sad because we did love The Housemaid, but Cheli and I received an email from Penguin House Publishing Group basically asking if we would be interested in reviewing The Housemaid is Watching, which is the third one in the series, before the release date.
Dude, I read both of book 2 and 3 in the same night. I didn't mention anything, but that episode we filmed 2 weeks ago, the Housemaid 2 and the Housemaid 3, no sleep. I was sleepless.
Yeah, You did not rest.
No, and you watched me fuck up a soup, a sandwich, and a bag of chips.
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah. And
yeah.
it rejuvenated you.
I don't know if you noticed, there's like a part of the episode where I turn and I just close my eyes for a bit, and I'm just like, fuck. And then you mentioned between episode 2 and episode 3 where you were just kind of like, you're kind of low energy. And I was just like, okay, fucking third one, let me get through this shit. Mm-hmm. But first, second one, it continues to follow Millie, the person who is a housemaid who was recently incarcerated. She doesn't want to go back to prison, but things tend to follow her, and she has made choices in her life to protect people by any means necessary. And because of that reputation that she has made, it follows her. Mm-hmm. That being said, the second book is really good.
Yeah, it is.
It's top tier.
I feel like the plot twist was a little bit, I don't want to say obvious, but I felt like it made sense. Because you obviously don't want to replicate the first book, right? So to me, I kind of saw it coming, but it was still very enjoyable for me. And I still really enjoyed seeing Millie going through fucking shenanigans. I feel so bad for her. Like, she just wants to live a normal life.
Do you want to say 8 and delivered?
I don't know. I really liked it.
Because I'll be honest, I will put it in completely devoured. And I know for the third book I know you liked it.
Yeah.
But I loved it.
Yeah.
I really, really love the third book because it's different than the rest in the sense that she's no longer a housemaid.
Yeah, exactly.
So she now is the owner of the house.
I'm owner of this house.
And she is slowly losing her husband to her neighbor.
Dude, I was so stressed.
I was stressed too. I felt like I was losing my husband.
But I do enjoy that this is kind of showing Millie in a different situation where it's more of like domestic bliss, I guess. Yeah. So I still enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Even though there were certain parts that I was kind of like becking pissed about. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil it. Go read it. It's amazing.
Completely devoured for me.
Yeah. No, I agree. I would put it in the same way. It would be in the lower end though, but
okay. Well, that being said,
okay, look at our tier. It actually doesn't look that
pretty,
bad.
Yeah, we did a good job.
I feel like a lot of the ones that we did earlier were a bit bad, but we kind of just brought them up again.
Damn, I feel like we've been doing a better job at reading a variety of books. Mm-hmm. Like, they're not the same at all.
No, not at all. So go ahead and tell our listeners every tier and then what books are in, starting from the bottom.
Very bottom, Please Free Me of Her. This is a 1 out of 5. Bully by Penelope Douglas. Credence by Penelope Douglas. Colleen Hoover's November 9th. Colleen Hoover's Ugly Love. Bad Guy by
Kenya
Bell.
Gory Bell.
Yeah. Zodiac Academy by Peckham and I forget the other one, Suzanne something. Mm-hmm. Court of Mist and Fury by SJM. Dark King by Gina L. Maxwell. And Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. These, just grab them, just throw them away.
Just toss them out.
They're gone. If you want to read them, by all means, please read it. And watch our episodes.
It's kind of
slap.
It's kind of fun to talk about, though.
It's funny because actually, every single one that's down here, that's some of our best episodes.
Honestly, yeah. I think those have been the most enjoyable to film. So
yes.
What does that say about us?
I know. So the next one is She Didn't Eat, But She Existed. This is a 2 out of 5. The Wicked King and the Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. White Smoke by
Tiffany D. Jackson.
Thank you. Where's Molly by H.D. Carlton. First Lie Wins by Ashley
Easton?
I think so. Elegy for the Undead by Matthew Vaselli. Julia Quinn's Romancing Mr. Bridgerton and The Idea of You by
Robin
Lee.
By Robin Lee.
I would say read those books, but they're not our faves. Mm-hmm. But some of them are probably our faves, but some of us just didn't agree.
Oh, yeah. Like which one? Julia Quinn's?
Stop! Okay. Didn't Cook.
This is middle.
Middle, 3 out of 5. Christina Lauren's The Exception of the Rule. Verity by Colleen Hoover. Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. Tahirima Fee's
All This Twisted Glory?
Yeah, All This Twisted Glory. Allie Hazelwood's Bride. Daniel L. Jensen's Fate Inked in Blood. The Teacher by Frida McFadden, Ruby Dixon's Ice Planet Barbarians, and Martha Wells' All Systems Red. That seems pretty like average. I would recommend reading all those books, actually. I feel like.
Yeah.
Or just watch our episodes.
Yeah, one of the listen to them. Listen, watch.
8 and Delivered.
Okay, and 8 and Delivered, which is 4 out of 5. We have The Weight of Blood, which is by Tiffany D. Jackson. Never Lie by Frida McFadden. King of Wrath by Ana Huang. You Had Me at Hola by Alexis Dardia. It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Butcher and Blackbird by
Bryn Weaver.
And The Bromance Book Club by Lisa
K. Adams.
Okay.
All amazing books. And our last one, which is completely devoured, Six Scorched Roses and Ashes of the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. All 3 Housemaid books by Frida McFadden. The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. And Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez.
Wow. That I feel like we've been filming forever.
I know.
Okay. Quickly, what is your top 3? Go.
I want to put all the housemates next to each other, not at the end, but just next to each other. And then those next to each other, and then these 2 next to each other, just so we could see. I really, really like The Invocations.
Me too.
And I think that I would move her like
forward. I agree with you. That one really changed my life.
I actually
also love, I don't know, I just love how it positively portrays a female friendships.
I do too. I think it is very beautifully written, very beautifully done. I kind of like the order this is in right now because I don't want to put any housemaid in front of each other. But when it comes to Housemaid versus the Nyaxia series, I really like the Nyaxia series.
Yeah.
So I think it would go The Invocations, Nyaxia, Housemaid, Abby Jimenez.
Okay. I agree with you.
I think that's it.
But wait, are you saying that Invocations is our favorite read?
Of the first half, I guess I am. It's really good.
It is really good. No, I agree with you.
It's just kind of weird that we came up with it with no arguments.
I think we're just tired. Actually, wait, hold on. I want to argue a little bit. Wait a minute. Are you saying Six Scorched Roses is better than Ashes?
No, I'm putting them together, like the
okay.
Nyaxia series. And same for Housemaid. I'm putting all 3 together.
Okay, this is how
No,
I'm thinking.
Sorry, you moved it, but I don't think you meant to.
This is what is going through my head. Okay, I'm torn between. Okay, because the Housemaid to me is such a like staple of like what I want in like a thriller book.
Okay,
like to me, I'm like, damn, that plot twist, those plot twists were amazing. Like 10 out of 10. Why the fuck?
No, yeah, I'm listening.
No, like what I'm trying to get at is I love the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King and Six Scorched Roses, of course. Yeah. Those are so good. But I'm kind of like conflicted between why are you moving
Sorry,
it?
it's because you're convincing me as you go.
You didn't love Vale?
No, I did, but you really got me going. Go ahead.
I don't know. Like I just really love The Housemaid. Like to me, the book that really gripped me in this first half of the year is The Invocations and The Housemaid. The books that really gripped me.
First book, Housemaid. You're saying book 1.
I'm saying book 1, yes.
Okay, so if we moved it around, I would say The Invocations is still first. Housemaid, I'm okay with having second. Out of the 2 Nyaxia books we read, The Star-Cursed King is third. I think it's better than the novella.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I would put the 3rd Housemaid book next. Because it's so good.
No.
It's so out there, different, but same characters. And also, I don't want to reveal too much, but there's one character I really like in that book. And I love him. I love him in all his flaws.
One? Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
But I would put it in this order.
Okay, that's great. I disagree.
Wait, where would you move it?
Hold on. There.
Wait. But then I feel like Abby Jimenez is too far. Wait, hold on.
I would honestly
Hold on.
stop. Honestly, I would probably put Abby Jimenez last on this list.
I really like that book though.
Yeah, but you want watching way more ahead of that.
Yeah, I want it like
you like the third one more than the first one?
I really like the third one.
But the first one's like a staple.
It is a staple
in our family.
I mean, I love our shared family so much. But
this is so hard. It's hard to pick honestly, a favorite.
If we're both keeping Invocations up there, you wouldn't argue for these two?
I don't know.
Cuz
I would top 3. You know what? Let's pick top 3.
Okay, fuck these books. So we're just looking at The Invocations, Housemaid, and Ashes of the Star-Cursed King. Sorry.
Yeah.
I really like Rain.
Yeah.
And Araya.
Me too.
God, that book was so good.
It was. The duology was really good. I'm kind of torn. Do we have to pick a favorite?
What if we just do this?
Yes, I agree. So it'd be Invocations, Ashes, and then Housemaid.
That's so okay. Let's just keep it at that. We all agree.
Let's just all agree.
Shit, that was like 5 hours long.
No, it wasn't.
It was 5 hours. We're gonna have to edit that down.
And by we, you mean you, right?
I'll in spirit. That was fucking 2 hours long.
Oh shit.
God damn.
We had a lot to say, I guess. Well, we did have a long list, so.
Well, I'm excited for our future reads, and I'm excited for us to hit episode 200. Should we do anything special? Maybe we should cook.
Maybe we should have a pizza party.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. No, girl. It's dumb.
I don't know. You know what? We'll discuss it.
Yeah, we'll discuss it later. But thank you, everyone who's listening to us in audio form, whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on. If you would like to leave a rating of 5 stars and a review recommending us our future reads for the rest of this year, that would be amazing. If you want to support us and you have a little bit of money, what can they do?
So we do have a Patreon. Not much on there right now, but please be patient with us. You can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, you can find us on buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix or coffee. So ko-fi.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. We did take a week off last week. I'm sorry. We're alive now. It's just been busy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that Cheli and I are both moving.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
At the same time. It's like weird.
Are we living closer?
I don't know.
We are living closer.
Well, we are, but...
Wait, are we living together? Wait, we didn't really discuss this. When am I moving?
Where am I sleeping?
Yeah, we are both moving. It's been really hectic, actually. So I'm surprised that we're sitting here doing this right now when both of us should be packing.
I know, seriously.
That being said, though, if you want to follow us on social media too, we also have we have an Instagram and a Threads at the Bookfix Pod, THEBOOKFIXPOD, and we have a TikTok and a Goodreads at the Bookfix, THEBOOKFIX.
Goodreads is Bookfix, the Bookfix Pod.
Oh shit! Fixed them again.
That's why it's not popping up.
Damn it! I'm sorry. But honestly, it's been kind of fire there. It's like crowded there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
We need to start, taking off some friends.
2's a crowd. So, is it 3's a crowd?
I think it's 3.
Well, good thing we have 4.
Oh my god, we're really popping off on there.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you for the next half.
Bye.
If you didn't watch YouTube and I just waved, it's like, wow, she didn't even say bye.
I know, it's so fucking rude. Very quickly, I just want to say thank you so much for being with us this far.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy to say. I don't like that. That's crazy.
You don't like that?
I just feel like, what age were we when we started?
Doesn't
matter.
I'm gonna have an existential crisis.